January night 2022. Without warning, North Korea's internet flatlines. Government websites vanish from the map as if someone yanked the digital plug. Analysts scramble for explanations. Was this retaliation for Kim Jong-un's latest missile stunt? A covert strike from a rival nation? A silent showdown between world powers? The truth is so absurd it feels like fiction. The entire country was knocked offline by one guy, in pajamas, with a grudge. But why would a lone hacker declare war on North Korea? And how far was he willing to go? 1 year earlier, an American cybersecurity researcher sits hunched over his desk, scrolling through endless strings of code. Online, he's known only by his alias, P4X. One night in January 2021, another researcher deems him a shiny new hacking tool. Curious, he opens it inside a secure virtual machine. Nothing weird happens, or so he thinks. The next day, Google drops a bombshell report. North Korean hackers have launched a campaign targeting Western cybersecurity experts using booby-trapped files. P4X rechecks the tool he opened, and his stomach collapses. Hidden inside, it is a backdoor and invisible gateway straight into his system. North Korean spies tried to hack him. Why would a government go after an individual researcher? He barely dodged catastrophe by isolating the malware, but the near miss rattles him. And soon he discovers he wasn't the only target. Pyongyang had launched a broad operation to steal exploits and research from people exactly like him. In short, North Korea was hunting the hackers. Naturally, P4X expects the US government to swoop in. When a foreign regime attacks a private citizen, surely someone responds, right? An FBI agent does contact him, but only to collect his statement. No follow-up, no protection. Weeks turn to months. P4X feels abandoned. That's when resentment curdles into something else. North Korea hit him in the dark and walked away untouched. If nobody is going to push back, maybe he will. A one-man cyber counterstrike on one of the world's most unpredictable dictatorships sounds insane. But to P4X, it begins to feel necessary. By the end of 2021, the decision is made. He will strike North Korea himself. But can a single hacker really take down an entire country's internet without getting caught? He starts quietly mapping North Korea's digital footprint. Almost nobody outside Pyongyang truly knows how tiny the country's public-facing internet is. When P4X digs into it, he's stunned. North Korea's online presence is practically microscopic, just a few networks and handful of websites. A fragile house of cards held together by outdated software and sloppy security. For an experienced hacker, it's a playground full of unlocked doors. Night after night, P4X checks North Korea's computers from far away. He tests different servers, looks at open ports, and taps on old systems that haven't been updated in years. Before attack, he finds exactly what he needs. A bunch of weak spots, many of them really old. There are old Apache servers full of problems, and an outdated NGINX server that can crash just because someone sends it a malformed headers. To P4X, it feels like the regime left its front door wide open with a welcome mat. He started writing automated tools to launch precision denial-of-service attacks. Scripts that scan which servers are awake and hammer them with exploits until they fall. If one man plans to disrupt a nation, automation is his artillery. All of this happens under a veil of secrecy. Vigilante hacking is a legal minefield. If the US wants to prosecute him, they can. If North Korea figures out who's behind the attacks, the consequences could be even worse. So he hides behind the alias P4X, short for Pox, a slightly sarcastic nod to enforcing peace through punishment. By early 2022, he's ready. In a small Miami home, wearing a t-shirt and pajama pants, he sits before his monitors. His computer is armed with custom scripts and rented cloud servers. His targets are lined up. P4X takes a deep breath and hits enter. At first, it's anticlimactic. Just code moving, no fireworks. To pass the time, he puts on a sci-fi movie and grabs spicy corn chips. Every few minutes, he pads back to his computer, and the updates get juicier. One North Korean server after another goes dark. Air Koryo's booking site down. Ninara, the regime's main portal, down. The state news site down. Refresh. Nothing. Across the world, analysts trying to access anything in North Korea and see only errors. Inside the regime, officials suddenly find themselves cut off from their outward-facing email and websites. North Korea has gone offline. He checks pingam. Every graph is a wall of red. Even veteran researchers watching global traffic are baffled. P4X grins. It's working. And nobody knows it's him. By morning, the outage ripples through intelligence circles. Was it the US or South Korea? Some covert cyber warning? No one claims the attack. Most North Koreans don't even know the global internet exists. But analysts abroad are obsessed. For days, the country's few websites flicker on and off. A cyber mystery is unfolding, and no one has any idea what's really going on. Meanwhile, P4X watches the chaos from home. Experts debate state-level operations, and he quietly laughs. No fame, no credit, just satisfaction and safety as long as nobody knows his identity. Success fuels ambition. Temporary outages aren't enough. He begins planning intrusions and real breaches to steal data and leak secrets. To scale up, he launches a dark website, the Funk Project, a call for hacktivists to join him. Not everyone supported him. Some warn he's colliding with classified operations. Others remind him he's breaking US law. North Korea could retaliate, but fear isn't driving him. Principle is, someone has to push back. He hopes his actions send a message to Pyongyang and to his own government. When asked on forums about his endgame, P4X made jokes about regime change, but insisted he's proving a point, nothing more. So far, he's untouched, unidentified, unbowed, and the first shots of this one-man cyber war have been fired. North Korea doesn't know who's hitting them. Law enforcement hasn't shown up on his door. But how long can one hacker stay invisible? One man in pajamas crippled a dictatorship. But the next threat won't be out of revenge. It'll be for profit. For now, no one really knows who P4X really is. Or they do, but won't tell us. But here's the uncomfortable truth. There are countless situations like this. Moments where governments, institutions, entire systems look the other way because it benefits them. And ordinary people, people like you and me, are left with only one option: to protect themselves. P4X chose to fight back. Was it reckless? Was it brave? Or was it simply the only choice he had? And the real question is, if you were in his place, what would you do?